Good afternoon everyone. So we'll be looking at my Luminox Navy Seal and what it's like to own one 5 years down the line. Is it worth the purchase? Is it worth the cost? So yeah, this is my Luminox Navy Seal 3803. It's a limited edition model, limited to just 750 pieces worldwide, I believe. And has a very sort of distinctive face. It has like a blue and a black style face, you can see just there. It's like, it gives off, there you go, just got it just right there, the tint. With like red second hand, fully luminous increments and hands. This watch has served me really well. It's a nice comfortable watch to wear with a strap. Nice and easy to change straps over. The actual connectors inside here, nice and strong. I never feel any weakness in that. I have quite a busy sort of active lifestyle as well. I wear this in all sorts of environments and it lives up to the challenge. So a Luminox really is for those people that really are the adventurous type. They are the people, or it's just the aesthetics. It's if you like a Luminox watch, but a lot of people, it's the practicality of the watch. I wanted a watch back in 2017 that looked good and was strong and a bit sort of unique in the way. I'll get onto that in a second. But yeah, something strong, and I wanted to get myself a decent price watch, so I consider a decent price between like sort of 300 and 1,000. I didn't want to go overboard. I didn't want to go cheap. I wanted a nice, solid, reliable watch that I could, quite frankly, rely on, and that would live up to the challenge of sort of, for example, football, lots of swimming, lots of adventurous terrain and stuff like that. And so back then I discovered sort of Luminox as a brand, and quite frankly, probably one of the best sort of watches I've owned. I've owned quite a few watches, and they really live up to their standard in terms of the quality, the build, and yeah. So I think over the course of 5 years, this watch has never had a mechanical problem. It's taken so many knocks, it's taken so many bumps and hits and drops. I'm very clumsy. I've hit it on walls. I've damaged the walls with, not damaged the walls in a bad way, but I've damaged paintwork. I've damaged, I've damaged wallpapering. And I've knocked this against so many things, and everything is fully functioning. As you can see from the hands, at a certain angle, if I can get that right. Yeah, I don't know, it's just weird timing. These hands usually line up with the increments really well. Sometimes they don't. But considering how much knocks this has taken, there's not really a inclination to say that there's any markings on there. And this is a watch fully made of carbon and aluminium compound. It's called Carbonox compound, and it's fully lived up to everything that's been thrown at it, and it still manages to be a really nice bold watch to me today. I haven't even considered selling it, to be honest. I still love looking at it nowadays, and yeah, it's really nice. They're excellent watches to get. If you're, for example, you're working in a trade or something like that, these will live up to that challenge. And I've got a little bit of paint on it, but they're easy to clean. A Luminox, I'd say, with a Carbonox casing is probably the one you want to go for if you want that guarantee of excellent quality, excellent build, and will live up to lots of impact. I can rely on this watch easily for that. I don't even check the watch anymore to see if I've damaged it. I check the wall or anything that I've hit it against. The actual links and bolts inside the actual hands, inside the actual strap, they're extra thick, so they stand up to a lot of tug and pull. They are easy to change as well. You can easily chop and change, and once you've taken them off and put them back on, they still maintain their durability and strength. It's a watch that stands out really nicely, and the biggest thing, the flagship part of these watches is that they're always luminous. And yes, this is even sort of 6-7 years down the line, well, even 4 years down the line, this watch is still the brightest watch I have in my collection. The Lume is really good. One thing just on that, the Lume is guaranteed, it says guaranteed for 20 years, but it's more likely to last 5 years. So it's that's probably what you're expecting to get out of the Lume. But in the UK, you can send them off to Mondain, I think it is, and they will, it's like any watch really, they can service it and replace the Lume for you. It's quite a good price, to be fair, for it. I think it's about 100 to replace the sort of the Lume in there. Does sound quite expensive when you look at it like that. I think it was 100 for the dial and the face, but I just did the hands because one of the looms on one of the hands just went faded a little bit. But yeah, that was past the 5 year mark, so that was yeah, anything was to be expected after 5 years. But even the crown's got no sort of markings on it at all. The back plate, no markings, is all fully. It's a basically brand new watch. So yeah, if you want something that's going to sort of maintain its value over time, I think a Luminox Navy Seal is definitely one for you. It ticks, obviously it's probably not the prettiest watch, it's probably the only box doesn't tick, but it ticks most of the boxes. It's probably a watch that's not going to depreciate in my eyes by a lot, especially not this model because you can't really get this one anymore. But yeah, there we go, guys. That's what it's like living, well, 5 years down the line with a Luminox Navy Seal. Is it worth the investment? Yes. Get yourself a Luminox Navy Seal. Go out there and get yourself one if you can. Highly recommend them. A good competitor for this watch is the mil spec as well. That's very, very similar. I think the mil spec was made to a very similar standard to this, but it wasn't as advertised for this watch back then. But the mil spec is essentially this watch, just different sort of colour scheme. In terms of the spec and how deep it goes, I think they're very, very similar. I think the mil spec just goes a little bit deeper. Might be 500, but it might be 300. I can't remember. But yeah, guys, get yourself a Luminox Navy Seal if you can. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next video.